Hi, my name is Muhammad Arif Hakimi bin Muhammad Ghazali. ID number MT0105284. Today, I want to present about the challenge and opportunity of halal marketing in Malaysia. First of all, I want to explain about extracts. The word halal is significant to all Muslims, especially for nowadays and the era of market globalization. It is certainly undeniable that halal product sectors in the world promises a very large market, with the capacity of Muslims today surpassing 1.5 billion. The growing number of the Muslim population and their increased awareness about the significance of consuming halal food, product and services is another factor that has led to global development of the halal industry. In Malaysia, the halal certification by the Malaysian Department of Islamic Development (JAKIM) is internationally recognized and is among the most sought out certifications by Islamic bodies around the world. Okay, second, about funding. Based on outcome of the survey, this report identified 5 major issues, challenges and opportunities in global halal marketing, such as Muslim consumer perspective, display and establishing world-recognized halal brand, logo, lack of awareness in obtaining halal certification, establish halal food park, about facility for export and import, and what has been done and can be done to rectify and improve the situation, particularly from the perspective of strategic export market orientation behaviors. For Muslim consumer perspective, if they initially inspect the fundamental material or substance of an item, doesn't guarantee that the sensibility that is allowed and halal from the Islamic perspective. Some of the essential material and food content are composed by scientific names that are not factually recognized, whether the source is from creatures or plants. For example, how many Muslims can identify an aggregate of 55 lawful food added substance, 45 subah, and 25 illicit by its scientific name? Although identified by concerned consumer, the halal and virtue of the goods are still debatable. Next, about display and establishing world-recognized halal brand logo. Halal marketing of Muslim in industry are facing the branding problem. The branding problem is some item which do not even have the Islamic of halal feature. Such error make halal thing to look like not halal, and determinations of halal and haram through halal brand logo has yet to improve domestic and global competitiveness. This can hinder the flow of goods from producer to consumer. Lack of awareness is obtaining halal certifications is most of halal marketers are lacking knowledge about the regulations, requirement for intellectual property ownership, and the product they sell, and they did not want to register their product because they got an inaccurate data about the significance of scholarly property regulations.
Hi, I'm Farhana Nabila binti Sapri, and I'm doing the introduction part. Let's go.
Halal is an Arabic word meaning lawful and permitted. These halal concepts come from the Holy Quran or Al-Quran, which it used to describe objects and actions. Halal consists of anything that is free from any component that Muslims are prohibited from consuming. This can be classified as pork-free in its physical existence, including food substances such as gelatin, enzymes, lecithin, and glycerin, as well as additives such as flavorings and coloring. There are 4 product category applications of halal. Firstly is halal in food and beverages. In the Quran, it is mentioned that all foods are permitted or halal, except those specifically mentioned as prohibited, such as alcohol, and then like pork. Then second, we go to halal cosmetic and personal care. Cosmetics are considered to be halal only when all the ingredients comply with the halal and sharia requirement, and haram ingredients like alcohol and materials derived from pig are not used in their process of preparation. Then halal pharmaceuticals. One of the long-standing issues regarding pharmaceuticals and biopharmaceuticals of concern to Muslim consumers is the use of gelatin. Gelatin is a protein normally obtained from 2 sources, which is from pig and bovine, or like from cow bone and hide. Lastly is halal hospitality and tourism. For example, one hotels offer prayer rooms, halal certificates, and for foods, and in general, a Muslim-friendly environment.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Lisa, MT010. My number is MT0104539, and these are some of the articles that I use in doing this literature review, and my part is literature review. So, as we know, Muslims is the religion that is really concerned about halal and haram. So, I'm going to talk about the opportunities and challenges for this halal marketing in Malaysia. Okay, so halal, for the challenges, nowadays most of people just think halal as foods, as they are really particular about foods, but they forget and they started to neglect the haram matter in Sharia. So the challenges that I press in the literature review is the price. Okay, in order to get the halal logo in a business, they have to pay an expensive amount of money. People thought that as not worth of buying that logo. They just cook halal food and make sure people come, but without the halal certificate. Slow authorization process is also one of the cause that people wouldn't wait for to gain approval for the halal logo. Government, as we know, has really little interest in doing the checking for the halal foods and halal products and everything for the marketing for halal stuff. But they really press that people should have this thing. If they don't have that thing, the government or they will have a task force that will summon these people from doing this kind of business. We're going to talk about opportunities that we have in halal logistics, halal tourism, and all the halal stuff. Okay, the opportunities is the extra services that we got if the business has halal trademark or halal logo in it. Okay, so the businesses will get extra allowance, will get most of the consumer. As we all know, Muslim has now spread its wings all over the world, and they find for halal stuff everywhere. And then high potential market. If nowadays the UKs and the Japan, they have their own store or own stall food for the halal stuff. They have the packaging for halal foods and stuff. And they know when they did this, all the Muslims will go and find them, and this will pop the market up. And Muslim population growth is nowadays, and the other benefit is the Muslim population growth that are growing all over the world. And Muslims' accountability has rapidly changed since 2006, and this is the cause that people doing halal marketing, halal foods, halal products, and halal services everywhere, so that they could gain profit from that. Another challenge is why people doesn't want to do this halal marketing in Malaysia, because there are lack of supplies of halal materials. They have to find halal materials everywhere, but it's expensive and it's unreasonable price. So they tend to just go with the flow for doing all sorts of foods, products, not halal, that doesn't have halal certificate in it.
Okay, my name is Nur Adrana Vidya Madrus and my ID number is MT0105308. Okay, I would like to share the methodology of halal marketing that I have found from the article that I have read. So, the methodology of the halal marketing is in investigating the impact of halal phenomenon to the consumer and the companies in Malaysia. The actually employ a combination of qualitative and qualitative research methodologies. Several personal interviews were conducted among the managers in the consumer product company, food as well as non-food category. In the service side, managers in the banking as well as in the insurance sector were also interviewed. To add this, face-to-face interview were also conducted among consumers attending halal or Islamic related team exhibition. In addition, the actor conduct a focus group study to assess in depth the level of understanding of the halal concept among the Muslim consumer. So for the qualitative, a survey method using questionnaire was employed to gauge the factor influencing consumer purchase decision. A total of thousands questionnaires were conveniently distributed to Malaysian consumers in this regard. Okay, that's all for methodology of halal marketing.